Welcome to the show that teaches you the things your parents and teachers are too afraid to, the Helios blog. Today, there's a heated debate on bowing, apparently. Okay, interesting.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
This will segue to the personality stuff. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. All right, play that shit. Boom. Did you see that bow? Look at this, and look how attentive she is. Right? Waiting for me in my penthouse apartment. Attentive, doing my laundry. Dinner's ready, running around.
Incredible.
You know, she's getting me a beer.
What?
Stirring my noodles. Just very attentive.
Beatin Sheiks donated $199.
Yeah.
Whatever Brian and Q lists for women, they should be shamed. Us men are in us.
Things that 99.99% of Western men will never experience. What just happened in that video? That's unbelievable.
Soft guy era. Preferences are have a career, weigh under 125 pounds, own their home, car, make 7 figures yearly. Drizzle.
Drizzle. Soft guy era. Soft guy summer. We up? Yo, Bean Cheeks. Good to see you in the chat, man. It's been a while. Drizzle, dude. Play the bow really quick one more time.
Oh, time for ads. Yeah, sorry guys. They have ads like every 5 seconds now. I apologize.
Boom! She's got to be down to bow.
Okay.
Like first date, just hit me with a bow.
Oh.
Doesn't matter, and it's
Not
like
for McDonald's.
Yeah.
Put in some effort, and then we'll talk.
So yeah, she's got.
Yeah, these girls are conditionally submissive. They don't even understand what submission is. How do you expect them to? Yeah.
Be willing to bow. Let's see what else. Personality. Okay, here we go. I'll just blast the personality. Moderate preference for introverted women. Quiet, calm, soft-spoken. Slightly endearingly awkward is cool, I guess. A little bit shy, a little bit nerdy. And actually, once like a shy, introverted person gets comfortable around you, their personality does tend to blossom. Modesty is huge, both in personality and appearance. I don't like big egos, super vain, diva shit. Brings me peace, doesn't quarrel, doesn't party, doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs, doesn't go to bars or clubs. Low body count, no current or past promiscuity, undivided romantic and sexual attention, the earlier the better. I wrote down has a praise kink, I don't know, okay. A girl who helps me in my mission, someone who's attentive, and really the big thing though is if you're just down to like non-stop back scratches and massages, boom, you got me. Easy. And that's pretty much it. Any objections there?
The bowing is crazy, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, girls being like expected to be submissive is insane.
Is it?
Why?
Tell me why.
Why do you want somebody to bow so badly?
What do you mean?
Because I know it's going to come back to the topic of submission.
Wait, speak straight into the mic, but go ahead.
I know it's going to come back to the topic of submission.
Sure.
And that is, submission comes straight from the Bible. Bible.
I wouldn't look at this from a religious perspective. I would look at this from a secular perspective.
But then
That's
where
the
do you
problem.
get submission from? Yeah, that's...
It's in nature.
You can,
submission is in nature.
Where in nature?
Everywhere.
In mammalian species.
You don't think that there's submissive atheist women?
I'm sure there is, but I think it is in more times than not very harmful because it's coming from a very, very selfish, prideful,
Yes.
and just like across the board.
Wait, what?
Board.
Yes, the girl totally doesn't come off as selfish or prideful herself. No, she's a perfect little angel.
Harmful, like
On the woman's part or the man's part?
on the man's part.
To desire a submissive woman?
Yes.
To
It's toxic.
a woman bowing for you is
Toxic.
harmful submission.
Toxic,
submission
toxic.
should
Articulate
be.
how it's harmful.
Toxic.
It's prideful on the man's part.
How's it prideful?
Toxic.
It's selfish.
Toxic.
How is it selfish?
Why do you want her to bow for you?
Toxic.
First, explain to me. Answer my question first. How is it
Toxic masculinity, womanist degree.
harmful, or what was the other word you used? Harmful, or did you what? Not
Selfish.
Pride-
Prideful.
Selfish. How is it
Yeah.
selfish on the man's part? How is it harmful to the woman?
Because are you thinking about her experience or are you thinking about your experience?
Yeah, it should be totally about her experience. Who cares about the man's experience? Men are terrible.
I don't really understand your argument, but how is it harmful?
Freaking disaster.
Because that's not going to be, it's not loving.
How is it not loving?
Because you're considering only your experience. And it's feeding your ego. Having somebody
Doesn't feed
bow
my
for
ego
you.
at all.
Can I ask something?
No.
It's actually a physical demonstration that she is not your superior, that she, loves what you provide for her. Again, I fail to see how this is bad or evil or whatever it is that these girls are trying to say.
Sure
hold on.
would. It for sure would, Brian. Having somebody bow for you would not feed your ego and make you feel more powerful.
It wouldn't make me feel more powerful.
Just make you feel respected.
But how is it? Okay, so let's remove my side from this. How is it harmful to the woman? Articulate that.
Because it's this.
No, go ahead.
Because anything that's for men and not specifically for women is harmful.
Go ahead. Make your argument, please.
Let me think. It's like a weird power dynamic that is. I'm all
Indeed.
for.
Let me ask you a
power
question.
dynamic.
Do you want a guy to open the car door for you on a date?
Yeah. 'Cause
Wow, that's really
loving.
harmful to the man. That's a weird power dynamic that you want, that you insist a man open a car door for you when you have agency and you have the strength to open a car door. Articulate to me why you want a man to open the car door for you.
Because it goes back further than just like.
Cars are a recent invention of modernity. They've been around for like 100 years. Goes back to when? The caveman days?
Well, obviously not.
Okay, so there's no evolutionary basis for a woman desiring a man to open a car door. So explain to me
I'm
why
pretty sure
women
it did
want...
originate for like safety reasons.
Safety reasons.
Protecting the woman. No, I actually do.
She's going to blow out her shoulder opening a car door? Don't think so. Don't think.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's what is it? Rules for thee and not for me. Standards for thee but not for me. Yeah, it's utterly and totally ridiculous. Of course. We already know that. It's just she wants it her way. Right? She wants it for her, by her, like that sort of thing. Anyway.
Think so.
Do you know the history of chivalry?
Some.
You don't know crap.
To basically woo a woman that you couldn't get, that wasn't attracted to you, so you basically tried to make her attracted to you by being subservient.
I think that's
Being a
very
little
secular.
bitch.
Very secular.
No, that's
take.
the actual history.
I don't-
From France, the chivalrous knights.
Yeah, but like if we went back biblically, people would love on others to show other people that they can experience God's love.
Yeah, but biblically, it's not.
Biblically, you are the submissive one, so what? You're off base,
That's
totally.
not. We talking about where we actually know it originated historically, like where you can date it back to. It was the chivalrous knights of France, and
That's where being.
that's where the
concept.
concept of chivalry, like wooing a woman, like trying to impress a woman, doing those kind of things. It dates back to, I believe, 15th century France. Might be a little earlier than that. Somewhere in between the 12th and the 16th century France, chivalrous knights.
Okay, but I don't think women ever like demanded a man open a car door for them.
Like you just did?
No, that's just a form of chivalry, and it all ties back into just trying to impress a woman. You're trying to be impressive to the woman.
Yeah.
You're trying to basically pedestalize her.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what opening a car door would be in a sense. It's like, Your Majesty, my queen.
Wait, so again though, how is it harmful to the woman for her to do a bow?
Because it shows submission, and women can never show submission, only men.
Because you're only thinking about yourself. That's
what
not
about-
the ground.
No,
I'm not
that's
saying it's
you,
going to,
kiddo.
like,
That's you.
cause
You're
physical
only
harm to
thinking
her, but
about
in the
yourself.
relationship, that's not going to be
Straight
very
into
healthy.
the mic. Nick, I can't see her, so you have to be looking out for this. Go ahead.
Sorry, I keep looking at you.
It's
That's
fine.
why. But it's not going to cause a healthy relationship when you're only thinking about your experience and how you can be served instead of trying to consider her experience.
I have a couple questions.
And when both people do that, probably, do you know what? She might end up bowing for you. But when you're like, okay, I need to be bowed for, and like, I'm not going to think about how I can, bring love into this person's life. I'm just going to think about how she can make me feel better.
Yeah, you primarily think about yourself because you're selfish. You don't understand that the only reason guys are with you at your age is because they find you attractive, but your personality is repulsive. So she just doesn't get it.
Better. That's not going to be grounds for a healthy relationship.
Yeah, when she says healthy,
So you
what
think
she
that
means
if a
is-
woman were to bow in a relationship, it would just be absolutely catastrophic, and it would just lead to the demise of the relationship just on virtue of her bowing and the man wanting her to bow?
I don't think it would be catastrophic, but I do think that having that is like an ideal for looking for relationships is like, honestly, it's not good.
I don't think it's healthy, like, honestly.
I think it's just very...
You don't think it's healthy?
No, I don't think it's very
Let me ask you-
healthy
okay,
in a
so I'll ask
relationship
both of you this
for a
question.
woman to bow to a guy that's doing too much.
It's unhealthy.
Doing too much.
Okay, so what labor? Like, is it physically laborious? Is it grueling to do a bow?
I just feel like it's a slippery slope. Like,
How's
you
it a
might
slippery
you might
slope?
ask her to bow for you, but then like, what's next? What else are you going to be asking her to do that kind of just like lowers her ranking in the relationship?
It doesn't lower her
is
ranking.
degrading,
It-
though.
no,
It's
no, no, no,
a
no.
bit degrading.
No, it actually elevates her.
No.
What do you got, Amy?
If she's
No.
bowing to you, would you bow back to
Nope.
her?
What?
That's what my original question was going to be. Like, is this actually a fetish kink, or is this about submissive nature?
It's funny how upset they get about the bow thing. So here's what's interesting.
I think you
well,
might-
first
I'm
off,
not upset about
really
it. It's
quick,
just unhealthy.
just really quick question for you. Do you object? Obviously, you recognize there are cultures where bowing is more typical. Do you object to the bow in those cultures?
What cultures?
Like Asian cultures,
They don't know that bowing is customary in Asian cultures?
for example.
Freaking
I
idiots.
don't know if they
Alright.
bow
They
to
bow.
their husbands.
I don't know the
It's
specifics
women
of it, but bowing
bowing.
is more common.
Well, no, because I think that's totally different context. They're not...
Okay, sure. So we'll remove that from the
Yeah.
equation if you don't object to it in that context. It's cultural appropriation, though.
Bow is
culturally.
a sign to respect our elders. We don't bow to our like spouses. Like, I don't get it. Like, my nephews and nieces bow to me.
You're Vietnamese, though, right?
I'm Chinese Vietnamese. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know the specifics of the various,
Yeah, so you don't acknowledge that your husband's your superior. I'm sure it used to be a thing.
the cultural specifics of each individual country. I know there are vast differences between Vietnam, Korea, Japan, China, Thailand, Mongolia, Laos, Indonesia. I don't know. There's plenty of Asian countries. They all have different cultures. So, yeah.
If you take it
But I'm
from
not
that,
making an
like,
argument of like, I'm doing this because of Asian cultures. No, this is just like some white boy shit.
But you won't answer why.
Yeah,
Why do you want her to bow?
Because I want it. Do I need any other
Why?
reasons?
Yes.
Well, one, because it's submissive. Because it's submissive. It's sort of a determination of her willingness to be submissive.
But What
and
is
be playful.
submission to
And be
you?
playful. It's not like some dark, twisted, demented thing. For me, how is it dark? Articulate how, like you can't just throw it out and not have a reason for it. How is it dark?
Can I chime in?
Let me no.
I just
Actually,
don't,
wait,
I just
wait.
don't
Go
know
ahead.
how
Hold-
you
no,
could
no,
just
hold on,
stand
hold on.
there and watch somebody bow to you and not feel like, God, stop that. Just stand
That's
up.
because hold on.
That's because women have that disgust response, not men, to a submissive behavior. You're solipsistically thinking that men and women are the same.
Stop that.
But you're viewing it through the female lens. You desire
You want to know
typically
something funny?
what you have
After that night, the first night that I did the podcast and he showed the bowing video, I told my husband about it,
Yeah.
and then we were acting it out together, and I bowed to him, and he felt so weird, and he was like, "Don't ever do that again."
Yeah, he's so not used to a submissive wife or girlfriend that he finds it ridiculous.
And I was
Okay,
like,
cool.
I was like, "How does it make you feel when I bow to you?" He was like, "I can't even describe it. It's like, I just don't want you to do it. I feel weird about myself if you bow
and
to me."
before you did the bow, did you have a 5-minute conversation about how you feel? Like you told him that you think it's weird,
No.
and that
Disaster. I like that the ads are cutting out the conversation. That's perfect. But anyway, yeah, it's utterly ridiculous.
no, you just literally.
No, I was
admitted
like, oh,
that
it was
you
like
guys were
the
talking
host
about
wants-
it, and you set up this totally inorganic bowing thing. One, he doesn't desire the bow. Two, you have opposition to the bow, so of course it was going to come off weird in that scenario. I've had women who've come on the show who said, "Hey, Brian, I just hit the bow to my man just because I've seen it," and the husband liked it.
That is not something that
I've
women
had a
are
woman-
naturally going to
I've-
want to do
so
for
you can give
No freaking way. A submissive girl wouldn't mind doing it. I think she'd find it hard.
your circumstantial thing. I can just give you an opposite scenario where we had a woman who was on who said she hit the bow and the husband loved it. Cool.
You probably freaked your husband out because he know you're not even like that. You probably was like, what the fuck?
But hold on.
I am very submissive, though.
No
I'm very
freaking
submissive, but
way.
that was just taking it a step.
I actually like kind of
Stop
give
the
the
cat.
bow as much seriousness as like you're wanting back scratches. It's like I don't see the need to give the bow. Sure, my husband actually asks like when he comes home from work that I meet him at the door and give him a kiss hello. Like that's not very far
It's very similar. It's exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
away. Oh, sorry. But yeah, that's not very far away from like the bow, but it's not like giving it so much power to compromise myself. My husband just said he wanted this because it excuse me. And he wants to feel loved by me, so I don't see.
Couple questions here. So just going back to you, you want to get married
Yeah.
one day?
Good luck.
I assume. I mean, women have different views on this, but do you want? Are you fine with your husband paying for like $100 ring? Are you fine with that, or would you want him to spend a bit more?
No, I would be fine with that.
You'd be fine with that?
Yeah.
Going around the table? You're married. How much did your husband spend on the ring?
Never told me.
Never told you?
Never asked.
Okay. What about you?
I don't think it matters.
Don't care? Okay.
Good.
Absolutely not.
Don't care?
No, I care.
Okay, how much should a man...
That's the right answer. Not the I don't care and he needs to spend $1 million on me.
I've heard something like 3 months' salary. That's what I've heard.
Sure.
That's crazy.
So you'd want a man to pay... Okay,
Crazy.
3 months' salary. What about you? How much did your husband pay
Depends
for his
on
wedding
his
ring?
salary.
Wait, can I have an example
I
of
don't
what 3
think
months
I've
salary is? Because I don't know USD conversion.
I mean,
how much
people
is
make
that?
different salaries. And
Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. Like, what if it's a McDonald's worker with a 3 month salary versus someone like you
Sure.
said, like a lawyer?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
It
I want
doesn't
a
matter.
6-carat ring minimum.
Oh my
So
goodness.
what is... How much does that cost? I don't know.
Could be anywhere from like 60 to 80K depending on the diamond vendor. Could be anywhere from like 60 to 80K depending on the diamond vendor. If you're getting one that was
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with a broke.
lab created, or if you're getting one that was sourced
Look at the
from
girl on the right.
Wow.
Look at her
I don't think I
expression.
ever asked. Wait, I have.
Show us
can
the
I-
ring.
Can I ask you something?
Show us the ring.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
I don't know jack shit about rings. I don't know if it's looks like a pricey one. What about you? You want?
Spicy.
I mean, I don't think it really matters, but I also don't think you should be getting married if you're not at a point in your life where you can financially, like...
Well, that's a different thing.
But it has to do with the cost and how much you're spending. Like, if you're able to pay for it...
Yeah, 3 months salary. I think that's what's... I don't agree with it, but what about you?
Well, it at least has to be the ring I want.
It has to be the ring you want?
Yeah.
Freaking disaster.
Is your ring that you want going to be worth $100?
Probably not.
And it's got to be your way, right? Even though it's funny because it's on top of the real gift of him being your husband is he's agreeing. The real gift of him being your husband is he's agreeing to basically commit to you for a lifetime. He's agreeing to, like, support you and care for you and all that. That's the real gift, not the ring, idiot. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
I picked out my ring.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't really mind.
Okay. So, going around once more on this, I mean, just show of hands, who here wants to be married? Get married? Everybody? Okay.
Already.
Now, do you want the guy, just show of hands, do you want the guy to propose to you? Is that everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Hands high,
yeah,
please.
Sorry. Yeah,
So starting with you, do you want your husband to do the get down on one knee thing to propose to you?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you? Or did your husband do that?
Yeah, he did.
What about you?
Yes.
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a submissive action. So, yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Thanks, but no thanks, as they say. Sorry, I'm just silencing the
On here
ads.
just a second. I would argue that kneeling is a bitchier move than bowing. In addition to that, you also want your husband to spend money on a ring. Now, some of you seemed a bit modest in terms of how much you want him to spend, but you want him to get down on one knee and essentially beg, begging for your hand, like a quivering, begging dog. Why is it okay for women to say, I want a man to get down on one knee? And I would argue kneeling is more pathetic. I don't view bowing as pathetic, but whatever. If your thing is, oh, it's so pathetic for a woman to bow, why is it not objectionable then for a man to do that?
I think if he wants me to bow to him, he can get down on one knee.
Honestly, bowing...
No, you're not submissive, and you think that you were just clever with what you said, but all you come off as is an arrogant asshole. So probably buying a dog and dying alone is where you're going to end up.
You're looking down, kneeling, you're looking up, and...
That's to be lower, that's way more submissive.
You have to do it one time.
Yeah.
One time in your life.
Sure.
That is it.
In addition to that, if the man's the breadwinner, he's essentially getting down on one knee.
Right.
If the man's the breadwinner, he's also not just getting down on one knee. He's not just saying, I want to be with you forever. He also says, in the event that you ever change your mind, you're going to financially destroy me. Mm-hmm. That's also what that means. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. The real gift is that he agrees to support you for a lifetime. If you can't accept that for the gift that it is, I don't even know what to tell you, right? And these girls are still, like, not only resisting it heavily, you know, like, just the concept of it disgusts them. Like, it's insane to me. Like, them being submissive disgusts them.
Sorry.
Checkmate.
I totally zoned out. I didn't even hear.
Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
I think it's based off like what everyone wants. Like I know like you're for no bowing, but I feel like in the video it's showing that the man is coming home from like a hard days of work and she's been at home preparing for him, and basically like I feel like the bow is showing like a sign of thank you, because he's basically the one, I'm assuming, paying for the house, paying for the food that she used to cook for him. I feel like a bowing is not everyone has to do it, of course. Like, I mean, it's based on communication with you and your partner. Like, Brian, I don't think you should assume that your first date someone would bow to you unless you openly say, please bow to me. I mean, like, I don't know if that was swipe or whatever that works, but I feel like it's based off like the relationship you have with your partner. If that person is working hard day in, day out, not saying that you're not at home, but that's like a small factor that can like help them maybe wanting to come home. Maybe it'll give them a feeling that like they feel a sense of like reward, that they took care of you in an aspect. Like it's like they said, the dominant versus submissive type of stuff, I feel like.
If you have really, really, really earned that bow, then sure.
Yeah, I don't even think that.
Oh, I don't need to earn it on the first.
You're so arrogant. My lord, are you arrogant?
Date.
Oh yeah. To McDonald's.
I don't need to.
It's pursuing that is.
My lord, are you so arrogant?
Pursuing what?
Somebody that's going to bow for you. If that came to be.
What if I told you that, for example, if a woman's initiating with me and she watches the show, would you object to, under those circumstances, object to me wanting a bow?
Because
I would say every single girl here at the table, for a guy you like, you'll do way more than a fucking bow.
That's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all for notifications, drop me a donation. Like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom M, Dylan, Bobby, Renaissance Press, Andrew and Allen. Shout out to you, most recent purchaser of Strategist Guide to Seduction. Thank you. You can buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. And my books can be found at bit.ly/heliosbooks. I already said. If you want me to give you good advice, just message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. And of course, my content early access can be found on Patreon. That's patreon.com/theheliosblog. Thank you so much for listening, guys, especially till the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.